Hello, Dumaguete.
Hello, Negros Oriental.
Hello, Sillimanians around the world.
This is Joshua Soldivillo.
And this is Ronelyn Faith Vailoces-No.
You're watching
#Silliman.
Good morning, dear friends and fellow Sillimanians. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the administration, faculty, staff, and students of Silliman University, I warmly welcome you to the highlight of our Founders' Day celebration, the 63rd Outstanding Sillimanian Awards. This occasion stands as a testament to our founders' vision, the seed they planted more than a century ago, and the rich tradition that has since nurtured it, steadfastly guided by our motto, Via Veritas Vita. The Outstanding Sillimanian Award is more than a recognition. It is a celebration of Silliman excellence and a reminder of what every Sillimanian should strive for: mastery in one's chosen field, the cultivation of exemplary character, and a life dedicated to service. On this note, may I invite all outstanding Sillimanians, past and present, to kindly stand and be recognized. They share this honor with those who have been their constant strength and inspiration. In this spirit, I would like to recognize the families and friends of our OSA awardees. May I invite you to stand and be acknowledged with our heartfelt appreciation. As the university perseveres and remains steadfast in the faith, let us celebrate and give thanks to our omnipotent God for His grace and glory. It is my distinct honor to recognize and express gratitude to the outstanding Sillimanian awardees for their invaluable contribution to the betterment of humanity, society, and the world.
We welcome Dr. Rolando Borinaga. With him are his wife, Dr. Jane Ragrag Borinaga, Dr. Jose Edwin Cobello, Dean of the College of Agriculture, and Eden Habole Varela, Pintados Alumni, Chapter President. Bestowing the award and the citation on behalf of Silliman University, our Board of Trustees Chair, Ricardo Balbido Jr., and Dr. Betty Cernol Macan, University President. They are assisted by Ruben Bokingo, Alumni and External Affairs Director, and Adlai Amor, President of the Silliman Alumni Association, Incorporated.
President of Silliman University, Chairman and members of the SU Board of Trustees, officers of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to be conferred the 2025 Outstanding Sillimanian Award in the field of cultural history. I am a first batch Cocofed scholar from Biliran Province, one of nearly 100 from across the three Visayas regions who enrolled here at Silliman University in 1975. I finished my studies in 1980 with a Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, major in Agribusiness, and a cognate degree with certificate in Philippine Studies. However, because of my student activism related to the local election in early 1980, when I crossed the powers that be in my home island at the height of martial law, I could not find a job related to my basic training there. Thus, I went to Tacloban City and fell back on related basic knowledge and skills that I had learned and developed here at Silliman. I got recruited as a research writer for a research and development project of the then University of the Philippines Institute of Health Sciences and the Department of Health, Region 8, which was supported by the World Health Organization. The project I worked for was part of a global experiment in developing primary health care as the approach to achieving the goal of health for all by the year 2000, the policy direction which is still pursued in our time under the label of universal health care. After the project ended in 1982, I joined the faculty of the also experimental Institute of Health Sciences of the University of the Philippines, Manila, which was elevated into a school around 1988. Its pioneering stepladder curriculum sought to produce health workers, including midwives, nurses, and physicians, who would serve the depressed and underserved areas of the country. I taught communication and general education courses through my 41 years of employment at UP Manila School of Health Sciences until retirement in 2022. I went into cultural and historical research because the complementary knowledge from these fields were also crucial in preparing, conditioning, and instilling pride of place among our students for effective work, mainly in their home places of origin. My later prominent advocacies for the return of the bells of Balanghiga from the United States to Samar, which became a reality in 2018, and the defense of Limasawa as the site of the first Easter Sunday Mass in the Philippines in 1521, evolved from this pursuit that likewise filled large gaps in the historical narrative of Eastern Visayas. From my Silliman days, the poem "The Road Not Taken" by Robert Frost has been an inspiration. In my professional life, I also took less traveled roads, and I hope I had made some difference through them. To my wife, Jane, and my family, thank you for the company and the support that got me this far in life. And to the officers of the recently organized and recognized Eastern Visayas Pintados chapter of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, thank you for nominating me to this award. I am very much stimulated by this recognition. Good morning.
We welcome Dr. Janamitra Devan. With him are his wife, Sabrina Devan, Dr. Wilma Tejero Libarios, Dean of the College of Business Administration, and Honilet Tuwanda, representative of the Chesapeake Bay Silliman Alumni Chapter.
Madam President, Board of Trustees, the Silliman Alumni Association, and esteemed deans and faculty and students at this great university. I most humbly accept this award you have so graciously awarded me. I consider it a distinct honor. Attending Silliman was transformational for me. You see, I was never inclined towards academics. Before coming to Silliman in 1977, I was into sport, outdoor life, and of course, the girls while growing up. My parents, who were leading political figures in Singapore, all but gave up on me. No hope, they would say, exasperatedly. I had no intention of attending any university, let alone Silliman. I wanted to become a military man, an Air Force pilot. But my mother had other plans. She pulled the blocks. My father then spoke with his good friend, the former president of Silliman, Dr. Cicero D. Calderon. Dr. Calderon told my father I should try out Silliman. I had never visited the Philippines, but I couldn't wait to go. Off I went, right, to Silliman in July of 1977. Dr. Calderon became my official guardian, but Mary Jane Calderon, who is sitting out there, took the reins and managed me with her infinite charms and smarts. I immediately fell in love with Dumaguete and Silliman. I was older than most of my classmates by a few years because of my army service. The teachers I had were absolutely inspirational. I remember, for example, my history teacher, Mrs. Caridad Rodriguez. Boy, could she tell a story. Finally, you know, I had teachers who tolerated questions as impetuous as they were sometimes. I read everything I could. I made fast friends, Filipino and foreign. I toured Negros whenever I could, often getting into trouble. Surprisingly, I aced almost every course I took. My parents were totally dumbfounded. Silliman inspired. The many friends I made here had a huge impact on me, and the teachers even more so. I developed a totally new perspective on respect, freedom, and the search for excellence. Most importantly, Silliman imbued me with values essential not just for success, but service to society. Attaining a double PhD in academic life or achieving success in private and public sector work were actually incidental. Getting to serve others was not. I gained the inspiration to serve at Silliman. The freedom to debate and express, the freedom to explore. These are the values that one cherishes for the rest of one's life. I thank you for honoring me this day. Appreciate it.
We welcome Dr. Joel Gamo. With him are his wife, Maria Ethali Tan Gamo, Assistant Professor Christine Busmion, Principal, Junior High School, and Rachel Serion Gaston, President of the Silliman Alumni Chapter.
Good morning. Do you remember the first 9 months of your life inside your mother's womb, aka uterus? I do. And let me tell you, it was the best time ever. That's me. Fetus. I live in a private 10-star luxury condominium. Take note, 10-star, not all plus a 5-star. With a private swimming pool called amniotic fluid. Remember, I'm an anatomy professor. I swam freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and of course, my favorite, Michael Phelps, butterfly. Food and oxygen came free because of the umbilical cord of my mom to me. I was the first Marites chismoso. I was eavesdropping on my parents. When I heard they talked about me, what should we call him? Let's call him Joel, which means the Lord is God. Then came October 20, 1960, a date of infamy. At 10:20 in the morning, take note, 10:20, 10:20:60. What a coincidence, right? After my morning swim, I got tired. And I took a nap, and then suddenly, I was smart enough to know and recognize the scalpel. OMG for Dr. G. I saw the scalpel on the abdominal pelvic region of my mom. And I saw the person holding the scalpel. I recognized, OMG, that's my aunt. Her name is Dr. Teofila Sarabia Gamo. She was the obstetrician. Which one? Negros Oriental Provincial Hospital. Because she happens to be the director of the hospital. Libre. It was a futile part on my part. I don't have to, I was holding it to my dear placenta. I said, no, I want to stay here forever. I was forcibly evicted from my condominium without my informed consent. They didn't even ask my opinion. You want to stay there forever? Yeah, why not, right? From now on, I have suffered from what they call post-traumatic cesarean disorder. That's a joke, by the way. There's no such thing, right? That day, my journey began, guided by my mom, my dad, and Aunt Teofila, or we call Aunt Philly, Tita Philly. I eventually landed in Silliman Kindergarten, where I learned to pray directly to God. No more going to the priest, even though I was born Catholic, right? I don't even, up to now, why did my mom send to a Protestant school? Why not St. Paul or St. Louis? I learned to speak English, despite thinking in Visaya. Every time I go to kindergarten, ako pang i-translate. Visaya to English. Nga naman, all my classmates, Susan, Bobo, and Fran, they were all speaking in English because their parents were working here. It is in Silliman where I first encountered our motto, Via Veritas Vita, the truth and the life. It has shaped my faith and values for life. My mom, ever determined, I'm a mama's boy, by the way, woke me up at 4 in the morning to study. She even bought my perfect spelling scores for 25 cents, enough to buy an ice candy. And I remember my mom would always say, I would sleep at 8 and then I would wake up at 4. She pushed me to be the best in whatever I do. And then later on, I have this friend. This friend of mine is Albert Einstein. Do you know him? He's my friend. And this morning, I texted him. I said, Albert, what do I share with my audience today? And he said, tell them, imagination is more superior to what? Knowledge. Knowledge is limited, but imagination is what? Limitless. Just like the story of my non-man's stay there, right? Amazing. Okay? I bring that imagination to my classroom. Because I teach at UCLA, School of Medicine, and of course, at the School of Nursing in the West Coast. I am a stand-up comedian because I'm standing. I become a sitting comedian because I'm sitting. I can create jokes. I make my students laugh, activate the brain's limbic system, and it is the seat of your emotions. So when you say, I love you with all my heart, that's not true, that's fake news. It should be, I love you with all my limbic system. Why are you laughing? Now, what is inside the limbic system? It's called the hippocampus. And the hippocampus is where you create and store long-term memory. Right? Long-term memory. So when you're happy, you learn more. When you're sad, it's hard. If your boyfriend wakes up with you, di na ko katuon. Ibulagan ko sa akong boyfriend. To give back to Silliman, I propose the following. Number 1, establish the Silliman Center for Excellence, Teaching, Learning, Innovation, and Research to elevate our standards in the world, standing for universities all over the world. I was inspired by my experience at Harvard's Derek Center for Training and Learning, where I learned and where I got a grade of 97%. Dili man di ay lisod ni Harvard. Promote mental health awareness and suicide prevention in memory of my 23-year-old son, Miguel. Support the family first concept, especially for overworked immigrant families, especially nurses. If you have 3 jobs, 4 jobs, get only 1 job and be the best father and mother that you can be. Build a world state-of-the-art cross-anatomy lab at the Silliman Medical School, sharing what I've learned from teaching at UCLA. Time will come with AI. They will teleport me from California to here. Mutunga na lang kong kalit. Hi. We will dissect cadaver virtually. To those who believe in me, the past President Jumbo de Leon of Silliman Alumni Chapter in California, Lourdes Patrimonio, is she here? Would you like to please be recognized? If she's here. Rachel Sirion, that's one. Evangeline Manjares, Betsy Merto Engo, and Luella Dular. They were the ones who encouraged me to continue. Thank you so much for your attention. And above all, I also thank God for the gift of life, my parents, my brother Alex, who sacrificed himself studying in Manila. He graduated with mechanical engineering course here in Silliman. Tiap Filing, my relatives, and of course my classmates who are here, and my friends. My incredible wife, Ethel. Thank you. Our children, Melissa and Jeff, and my angel in heaven, Miguel. I hope you don't mind. We're only given 3 minutes, but I would like to sing a song. I'd like to dedicate this song to all of you. Okay, Rabba? When we leave the halls of Silliman, roam the world, or near and far, still the faith and truth she gave us will remain our guiding star. Daghang salamat, mabuhay ang Silliman!
We welcome Miss Carla Camila Gomez. With her are her sister-in-law, Arlene Gomez, and her niece, Jennifer Gomez. Assistant Professor Irma Faith Pal, Dean of the College of Mass Communication. And Cesar Pacalyoga, President of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, Greater Bacolod Chapter.
Silliman University President Dr. Betty McCann, Board of Trustees Chair Ricardo Balbido Jr., Alumni President, fellow journalist Adlai Amor, my beloved Bobot Bukingo, Director of Alumni and External Affairs, fellow Sillimanians and guests, good morning. Being at Silliman is like coming home because this is where I spent 8 of some of the best years of my life. Silliman did not just give me an education in the 4 walls of classrooms, it gave me so much more. I am a proud member of Silliman University High School class of 1978, where many of my classmates, the legends, have become lifelong friends. I lived at Edith Carson Hall, where Ate Noemi taught me to get along with others, to keep our rooms tidy, and to be polite. Many of my dorm mates are here today, and they know that sometimes mischief was our name. We would move the clock's hands forward during study hour in the evenings so we could get off earlier to play. I won't tell you the other stories or you wouldn't give me this award today. The weekly devotions of the dorm and Sundays at Silliman Church instilled in us the need to live not just for ourselves but for others, to live a life worthy and pleasing to the Lord with integrity, humility, and kindness. At Silliman University School of Communication, now the College of Mass Communication, Dr. Crispian Muslow and the rest of our professors taught us not to just chase the scoops that land on the front pages of newspapers, but to write stories that make a difference in our communities. Silliman taught me the importance of writing stories about orphanages, old folks' homes, and clinics in need of help to stay afloat, of sick kids in need of funds for life-saving operations, of looking out for the abused in need of justice. There was once a little boy who was born without any feet, any hands, and tongue. The doctor said he would never walk, never be able to feed himself, never be able to go to school. His mother took one look at him at the hospital and abandoned him. The people at an orphanage I often write about happily took him in. Today, with makeshift attachments to his legs and arms, Matty can walk, feed himself, and go to school. Stories of love that make a difference in this world are stories journalists sometimes become too jaded to write about. Lessons learned at Silliman have kept me grounded to never forget the life we as Christians must live. We love because He first loved us. I would like to thank my teachers and all those who have been part of my 8-year journey through Silliman. and of course my family and my friends who are here today. Some of them came all the way from Bacolod. Thank you also to the Bacolod Silliman alumni for believing in me and nominating me. The alumni is headed by Cesar Pacalyoga. Thank you. Thank you, Silliman, for this award. May the way, the truth, and the light that has guided us all through the halls of Silliman continue to inspire many more generations to come. Thank you.
We welcome Dr. Rose Mila Cipres Hoshan. With her are her husband, Mr. Joseph Hoshan, Dr. Alana Lailani Narciso, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Ms. Jean Ramaga Dado, President of the Silliman Alumni International Chicago Chapter Incorporated.
Mayong buntag sa atong tanan. It is a great honor to be with you here today. I first want to thank President Betty Cernol McCann, the Board of Trustees, the SAAI Board of Trustees, and the OSA committees, the Silliman Alumni International Chicago Chapter, headed by Jean Ramoga Dado, who sponsored my nomination, Dr. Evangeline Manjares, who convinced me that I was worthy of this award, and to my many friends and classmates and relatives who are here today, I thank you for sharing this time with me. Never in the wildest dreams of a girl growing up from law did this picture ever come into play, that I would be standing on this stage and be a strand in the woven tapestry of 198 outstanding Silliman awardees since 1962. I truly believe that God has a plan for each one of us. Mine started within the gates of opportunity, where Via Veritas Vita took root and became a foundation of my life and my profession. To be recognized in the field of neonatal perinatal medicine is the ultimate accolade and validation of a lifetime mission of caring for sick newborn infants and babies, the most vulnerable of God's creations. This was the plan that God had for me. He not only provided me with a roadmap to navigate, but also gifted me with the physical skills, the mental clarity, the fortitude, and a sensitive and caring heart to carry out his mission, one that I did with passion and joy, even given those times when what I could do and all I could do was not enough. You see, in those cases, I think God also had a plan. There is still much work to be done in neonatology. The World Health Assembly and the World Health Organization, recognizing the continued need for unacceptable rates of neonatal mortality, have formally endorsed a World Prematurity Day in November of 2025 to focus global attention on the prevention of prematurity and to expand access of life-saving care to babies born prematurely. hopefully I can inspire young doctors who are here today, or somebody who might be thinking of a career in medicine, to pursue and consider the specialty of neonatology. I could not have made this journey without the unwavering support of my husband, Joseph Hoshan. And as we look forward to our 55th wedding anniversary, I thank you, Ging, for being by my side always. And to our 4 daughters, Jennifer, Josette, Jamie, who's here with us today, and Jacqueline, thank you for your love, patience, and understanding. I have been blessed to have 4 wonderful sons-in-law, represented here this morning by Jude Snyder, and 9 grandchildren, soon to be 10. And Natalie, my eldest grandchild, is here with us, with Ari and Ezra. Last but not least, I would like to dedicate this award to my parents, Siso and Tuding Cipres, who did not have a formal education, but instilled in me the value of one and service to the poor and the less fortunate. Through their sacrifices, it made it possible for me to go from Look to the Luz Auditorium. Mom and Dad, this is for you. I thank you all, and to God be the glory.
We welcome Dr. Annabel Kunanan Loxin. With her are her husband, Ramon Loxin, Dr. Theoros June Bustillo, Dean of the College of Nursing, and Dr. Romulo Villanueva Jr., representative of the Chesapeake Bay Silliman Alumni Chapter.
Good morning, everyone. To Dr. Betty Cernal McCann, the members of the Board of Trustees, the Alumni Committee for facilitating the award process, the Chesapeake Bay Silliman Alumni Chapter, represented by Dr. Romulo Villanueva, for nominating me, and to Sukna I for supporting me in pursuing this award. Betsy Aya I. Jackson and Estrella Cayaba Mercurio, 2 former OSA awardees, have really helped me with this application process, as I was complaining that this is a very tedious process, and of course they kept on prodding me to complete the application. So thank you for that. And my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for helping me. It is a distinct honor, and I feel humbled to receive this award. Receiving this award is a testament to the upbringing and education I have experienced. To my mom and my grandma, unfortunately, who have passed on, who were always the source of my inspiration. To my husband, Ramon Loxin, the jokester. To my children and their families, their partners in life, who tended to themselves when I was busy working or studying, and they were complaining of going hungry because I was not home to cook. thank you sincerely. To my teachers and professors, you have helped me become who I am today. Thank you deeply. To my friends and former classmates, my extended family, who surprisingly were former students of mine, and we had lived together, worked together in New York, and we all moved together in Florida. And to my colleagues in all my professional endeavors, you have made my life colorful and encouraged me to continue to contribute to education and the practice of caring and promoting the quality of life. Indeed, I am very grateful. I am thankful and privileged to be amongst a group of other awardees who embody the core values for which we stand for, Via Veritas Vita, the way, the truth, and the life. Congratulations to my co-awardees. Having been educated at Silliman University from grade 1 up to my doctorate degree has influenced my success in my personal and professional life. The educational opportunities and the installation of a Christian way of life has enriched my upbringing and has paved the path for my success. As the saying goes, life is not a bed of roses, and there were times when I doubted myself. However, with the presence of God Almighty in my life and in my family's life, we have managed to overcome obstacles. We praise the Lord and are thankful for His blessings. As God continues to bless us, let us also make our blessings count. SU education paves the way for a path designed to inspire others who walk through these portals. May the portals continue to unlock the doors for graduates to become a resource for others to rise with character, professionalism, and leadership. Christian education is one's passport to life. May we continue to inspire others in making this a better world to live in. As Dr. Seuss says, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose, hopefully a positive direction. In closing, I dedicate this award to all of you who have contributed to my success and continue to inspire me and support me throughout life. I love you all and thank you.
We welcome Dr. Everose Washburn Repolio. With her are her husband, Dr. Curtis Washburn, Assistant Professor W. Don Flores, Dean of the College of Performing and Visual Arts, and Clement Martin Ancheta, Representative, Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for your presence here today. President Macan, I accept this award with gratitude with those who made this possible. Silliman University and the Alumni Association Incorporated, Mahalo to the Aloha Alumni Chapter of Hawaii, the reunioning class of Silliman High School 1980, and especially the Gigal family, and to my beloved husband, Dr. Curtis Washburn. My fellow honorees, congratulations. I think we have withstood the time. Silliman was where I learned to speak the world of words. Anyone who has done a play knows that words are powerful when we seek the truth. It does not only take talent, but courage. And courage means patience. It was here that I realized that creativity is not a luxury. It is a calling to fight for the struggles of others, to offer our talents with joy for healing and transformation. Today, I honor my parents, Filemon Manso Repolio and Josefa Valiente Batiencila, graduates of this university, first-generation degree holders, who taught us how to be kind to strangers and to the disadvantaged. This has shaped my worldview, how every human being, with our help, can reach the highest potential. This means that we still have a lot of work to do. We each can do small but profound acts. In every story we read to children, every performance in and out of the workplace, every song to lighten the day, and yes, in the age of social media, every photo we take of what we love. I thank our Visayan heritage, our Silliman spirit. Let these guide us not to lose hope for our country and for ourselves. I'm also deeply grateful to my teachers, my theater arts peers, my Rizal Youth Club family, and my beloved siblings and their families, who value me for who I am, a storyteller, a custodian of our parents' dreams. Before I close, here are lines from a Visayan song on nurturing others. Ang kinabuhi sa tao, sama sa usa ka binhi. Kung alimahon pag-ayo, muturok kini ug mulambo. Salamat Silliman University sa pag-alima kanako.
We welcome Attorney Riza Faith Ibanz. With her are her sister Raylene Ibanez Chua, Dr. Alana Lailani Narciso, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and Attorney Pristine Raymond, President of the Silliman Alumni Association Incorporated, Dumaguete Chapter.
President Macan, Chair Balbido, Sci President Adlai Amor, Bubut, of course, from Alumni Affairs, my fellow alumni, friends, family, good morning. So it feels so good to be back here in Silliman My life and work has brought me to several places, but Silliman will always be home for me. My siblings and I practically grew up in this campus, among the acacia trees. And maybe I had more chances of becoming an acacia tree than standing here today. But here I am. I have so many memories of this campus, from swimming lessons at the swimming pool, jogging at the ball field, playing at the gym, watching cultural shows here at this auditorium, cinnamon bread and cheese roll at the cafeteria. Who wouldn't remember that, right? Clicking typewriters at the weekly Sillimanian office. I mean, I was a weekly Sillimanian staffer since I was in first year college. And of course, room-to-room campaigning during the SUSG election. And the occasional night out. I just say occasional, probably a lot more than occasional. Late night with friends. But the best memory I will have will be about today. So I stand here right now really humbled and grateful to be receiving this award. I thank the Lord for giving me the strength and wisdom and guiding me always to make every step of this journey possible. I'm also thankful for the incredible people who graced my path. To my late parents, Rogelio and Norma Ibanz, who inspired me to live a life of integrity and of purpose. To my family and friends, Batch 84, Batch 80 SOES, Go Fight Win, and my family and friends for their encouragement and unwavering support. I would like to make special mention of my best friend since grade 2, May Magdamo, who has really been with me through this process. Thank you, Mags. I'm also a product of so much mentoring. So I thank my mentors and my colleagues whose wisdom and example continue to shape my work today. My journey to this point was far from perfect. There were, alongside the recognition, there were a lot also of failures, and shortcomings. But it is from these failures and shortcomings that we learn. It's my passion for what I do and the lessons that I've learned that push me to get going and to do better next time. So this recognition is a reminder that the pursuit of excellence is not about perfection. It's about passion. It's about learning, growing, and showing up fully and giving your best all the time. That's what really matters. It's about using the gifts of God that God has given us to lift and to serve others and to make positive impact on the lives of others. To my fellow Sillimanians who are also honored today, I celebrate with you. Your achievements reflect the spirit of excellence that defines this university, that keeps raising the bar for all of us. Finally, thank you, Silliman University, for giving us that strong foundation that made all of this possible. People ask me, exactly what do you do? I say, I'm a compliance officer. What is that? I say, I encourage people, I help people do the right thing. But what exactly is that? I'll give you an example. If you see there's a man walking down the street, and that man sees $10,000 on the road, you get to ask, is he going to do the right thing? Is he going to keep the money for himself? Or will he find ways to give that money back to where it should belong? That's what I do. My job is, of course, to provide the policy environment, skills, training to help our associates face these moral dilemmas. And my education in Silliman has provided me the moral clarity, that moral compass to guide me always in my work. So thank you, Silliman. And I end by, Joel sang this song, this part of the Silliman song, that we may leave the halls of Silliman and roam the world or near and far, still the faith and truth she gave us will remain our guiding star. That really rings true for me. And I will add, Joel, and because of our love for dear old Silliman, loyal shall we remain. Thank you.